What is the name of the system which you first developed?
I developed the system that I have, which we call the Jitsu Jiu-Jitsu.
And how many years ago did you develop this? And can you tell us a little bit about this style?
Well, this style I started teaching in 1955. Of course, I had 5 years training before that. And in 1955, I studied Jiu-Jitsu first. I mastered Jiu-Jitsu. And then, of course, I started also Judo. After Judo, then Karate came. And then little Kung Fu, Praying Mantis, little Wonsun, a little bit of everything somehow. And then, of course, later on, little Karate also. Aikido, so much, but I didn't finish the whole thing. I just learned the concept of each art that I went through.
And what did you do with these things after you learned the concept?
Well, I started teaching in 1955. When I teach Jiu-Jitsu, then I try to correlate Judo and also the other arts like Aikido, Kung Fu, Tai Chi. The concepts are all related, for one thing.
Could you tell us some of the well-known people who have trained with you over the years?
Well, I don't have many, but I have, for instance, Moses Powell, one of them. And then, of course, Richard Riccardi, also. Professor Powers, James Powers in Queens, also. And right now, there are other masters that I have trained. I forgot to tell you about the Arnis, which is the last one. I studied Arnis for about 10 years with Mr. Marinas in Queens. And then I worked out with Leo Gahe. I met Mr. Presa. I had 1 year also, with 1 hour with him, very short. And Tubosa in California, I had 5 hours. So I had gone through training with different Arnis people. Well, I have the Arnis added too. Then I swing into the Arnis, but I still correlate the other arts. In correlation, you correlate the other art by supposing somebody strike you with a stick, right? And then you may block, and then you could throw with a judo throw. Or you hold an arm like in Jiu-Jitsu. And if it's Tai Chi or Aikido, I also use those. Well, when I was a young, about 10 years old, my uncles were Arnis people. And they were telling me about different styles of Arnis too. One Arnis, different Arnis that told me is, one is like steady, like standing like a karate man, not moving. And the other one is dancing around, which one of my students, Sensei Chris Colombo, knows, because he's one of my students. He's smiling.
Now, of the many arts that you have correlated and combined together, which one do you feel has the most influence on your teachings at this point in time?
I think all of them influence me, because I pick up the best part of each art, the most practical and direct method.
And you're currently still training people in the martial arts now?
That's right.
And where is what locations or what schools are we associated with now?
Well, I don't have schools now, of course, but I have schools like in Muricel, right? Sensei Chris Colombo's school. In Long Island, Sensei Frank Galante. In Brooklyn, David James. And also Roldan on 7th Street in Manhattan. And of course, Professor Brown in Connecticut. I have trained many, but now they're all spread all over, and I don't know where they are. Also, because they added to what they learned from me. It's just like me. I added something I learned from other people.
If you could give a message to the young martial artists coming up today, what might that message be?
Oh, the message is that in learning the martial arts is learning life. It comprises all the aspects of behavior, or maybe I would say probably maybe philosophy of life. You could learn how to be religious if you want to. You could learn how to be humble. You learn how to love people. You learn how to be humble, and you learn how to understand people too. You could read other people's attitude, and that way you know how to get along. So the paradox is, when you become a master and you learn how to overkill in practice, you don't kill no more. So the paradox is, you learn martial arts and you become non-violent. Instead, you become very understanding person, and you become a good help for the community, and also how to help young people to grow, so that in the future they become also successful in some ways. Not only in the martial arts, but in the school, maybe in business, and many other kind of profession.
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.